It's a political furore over Vande Mataram. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has doubled down, saying he sang what Gandhi and Nehru sang, challenging the BJP to file FIRs against them too. Congress has doubled down on the two stanzas of Vande Mataram sung in the convention in Goa instead of what should have constitutionally and legally now been the full rendition. This just days after the viral video at the Independence Day event in Delhi, which showed Sonia Gandhi and Kharge gesturing as Vande Mataram was being sung. BJP claimed Sonia Gandhi wanted to stop the national song. Congress claimed she was asking for a chair for Mr. Kharge. And then you have Congress-led states like Kerala, which altogether skipped the national song at the state Independence Day event. It was a resolution unanimously adopted by the party in 1937, adopting the first two stanzas of Vande Mataram for official functions. Though under the Modi government, singing the full version isn't a resolution, it's a law. Offences under the amended law are punishable with imprisonment of up to 3 years, a fine, or both. The BJP has hit back at Congress, saying they need to stop pretending to be the custodians of freedom movement, questioning the current mindset of the party.
अब तक 18 साल तक उन्होंने जो गाया एज ए उनकी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट वाजपेयी ने जो गाया वही गाया मैं और 12 साल तक इन्होंने चीफ मिनिस्टर होकर अब तक जो गाया वही वंदे मातरम गाया। अगर ये गुनाह है तो उन्होंने 18 साल से गुनाह कर रहे हैं। अगर यही गुनाह है तो गांधी जी के ऊपर केस डालो, यही गुनाह है तो नेहरू जी के ऊपर डालो, यही गुनाह है तो वल्लभ भाई पटेल के ऊपर।
कल खरगे साहब जब गोवा गए तो वहां भी पार्टी के कार्यक्रम में 2 स्टांजा ही गाया गया। आज हम पूरे कांग्रेस की मानसिकता पर एक सवाल उठाना चाहते हैं। कांग्रेस अगर इस तरह की हरकत करती है तो कृपा कर करके वो भारत की आज़ादी आंदोलन का एकमात्र ठेका लेने का अपना दम बंद कर दे।
I'm being joined at this point by Wing Commander Annamacharya, who's a Congress spokesperson, Shantanu Gupta, who's a political analyst, Professor Ashwini Kumar, who's a senior visiting fellow with CPR, as well as Ajoy Bose, who's an author and political analyst. Thank you very much, all four of you, for joining me. Wing Commander Annamacharya, how do you look at what's happening at this point? Let me just ask you one simple thing. For those who are saying that this is nothing but violation of what is now a legal mandate, it's not just a legal mandate, it's also constitutionally ratified in the sense that it's been passed by the parliament as well. And singing just the two stanzas is not just about taking a party stand. It's not going along with what is now the national ethos.
Good evening, Sneha and all viewers. Let's first remember that Vande Mataram actually represents that it was a song of freedom movement. It was first sung at 1896 Calcutta session of Indian National Congress, and Rabindranath Tagore ji sang it. Now, problem here is it has become a political mandate to sing the entire song, but tell me something. How many people in this debate, because BJP has not sent their people, basically, how many BJP leaders can actually sing the complete Vande Mataram? We have seen a mockery of it. They have just played it in the background. And national song is meant to be played, not played like a background music. It is meant to be sung. You can't turn it into a test of patriotism for the entire country when your own members may not be able to sing it themselves. I think only 2% of Indians, I'm challenging this, people are present here also, 2% of them can sing the entire Vande Mataram, okay, and I am one of them. But I must ask this question that most Indians, they can recognize Vande Mataram, many can sing first stanza, and most of them, entire Congress sings the first stanza. The smaller number can sing the second one. But complete song is not something that most Indians know by heart.
No, so, sure. Let me just come in. The arguments that you're raising are fair. At one minute. Allow me. The arguments that you're raising is fair at one level. But that doesn't take away from what is now a legal constitutional mandate. So when you're saying that parties, you may say, you can argue that how many Indians know this song? The other side of this argument, I'll not get into that, but there's another side to this argument which say how many times, for how many years we have only sung 2 paragraphs. We'll not get into that. What I want to ask you is there a constitutional legal mandate, and will the Congress follow that?
See, in 1937, the Congress Working Committee decided that the first 2 stanzas should be sung as a national gathering, because later stanzas contain explicit references to Hindu deities, including Durga and Ma Saraswati. This is precisely where the constitutional questions arises. You were more in strength, so you could pass that as a legislation, but India is not a Hindu Rashtra. It is a constitutional republic, and that is what is my question. Why you want to make this as a symbol of patriotism when even Prime Minister Modi, I challenge Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah, Grihmantri Amit Shah, even Rajnath Singh, none of them can sing it fully. So why do you want to actually overrule the constitutional?
So are we clear on one thing, that Congress is going to defy this? Congress is not going to follow the law of the land.
No, wait. Sneha, Vande Mataram is not somebody's property. BJP tried to appropriate Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. They tried appropriating Subhash Chandra Bose. Now they are doing this because the entire freedom struggle, they were absent. They were making forces for the Britishers for the Second World War when we were singing.
So Congress is going to not follow the law when it comes to Vande Mataram. Is that Congress's stand?
My question is, in case if
no, my
Prime
question
Minister
is
and
this.
Amit Shah both can sing the entire song, we should go ahead with it. But neither the Prime Minister in his entire life will able to learn the song.
My question is, I'm coming back to my question. Is the Congress position that they will not sing the full Vande Mataram? They will not follow the law of this land? Something has been passed in the parliament, sanctioned by the president, which has become a law, which is a constitutional procedure. You will not follow. Is that what the Congress is saying?
No, we are not saying that. We are saying that we are law-abiding people. We have been singing Vande Mataram and we'll continue to sing it. BJP people will not. They have not sung it ever. You have seen what they have played. Vande Mataram by Lata Mangeshkar, which is not even the song. We have seen it, BJP making a mockery of the song if it is to be played as a national song. So my point here is, no, we are not saying. We have been singing Vande Mataram. The rendition has been done. And my challenge is, if BJP if our Prime Minister and Home Minister can sing the entire stanzas, we'll definitely sing. They have made a rule for which even they are not competent enough to sing those.
So there are court cases. There are court cases, and the court has said if you're not singing, it's not a dishonor. Let the song play.
That is because number.
Let me finish. I'm allowing you to finish. Why are you not allowing me? It's usually reverse. Anchors don't allow their panelists to finish speaking. But here's the thing. The court, there have been several legal cases in the court in this realm. The court has made it very clear at some point, and that is not singing or staying silent is not dishonor. And I'll go to the experts who are with us. Don't sing it. Let it play. If that's the law of the land.
Why not? If you can sing, you might as well sing the
and if you can't, then allow it to play, since it's the law of the land.
The thing is, if you are just playing, it is not a background music. It is not a background music. Don't you understand the feelings attached with it? I am an armed forces person. I know when I don uniform, when somebody dons uniform, what kind of feelings are attached with that.
Sure, and people can understand the meanings as the day processes, as the days progress. Shantanu, in fact, let me just get in Shantanu Gupta at this point. You had the Congress spokesperson raise a very interesting point of what she spoke about what happened with Eknath Shinde, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And if we could have those visuals as well and the graphics around it as well. So you had Lata Mangeshkar's version play out, and of course Eknath Shinde immediately apologized for it and took the corrective issues. But while many of us may not agree with what the Congress person is speaking, or some of us may agree, how do you respond to what she is saying? That listen, people are not familiar with the whole thing.
And the person who will oppose me or say anything should know Vande Mataram by heart.
Oh, no. You are not going to give this mandate. You are not going to give this mandate. You are not going to give this mandate. No. I'm sorry, you are not going to give this mandate. The person may know. No, hold it. The person may know. Hold it. Let's be very clear about the law. The law doesn't say that you need to sing the entire Vande Mataram. The
Saying
law
as in you
says the
can
Vande
just
Mataram is
recite
a
it.
national song.
You
You
can
may
just
know the
recite it.
meaning, you may not know the meaning, you may know the words, you may not know the words. The point is, which side are you on? Are you going to defy the law to make your political side? This cannot be a condition that you need to know the song and therefore only can you argue for it or against it. I can see the hands raised. I'll just come to you very quickly, Mr. Shantanu, make your point.
As you rightly said, as per the Prevention of Insults to National Honors 2026, stopping, so first of all, it's mandatory along with the Jana Gana Mana. And if someone is seen objecting it, stopping it, there is a 3-year imprisonment and other punishments, right? From the Congress side, from last 2-3 days, I'm hearing 4 or 5 reasons. They are not even stuck on the reason. First, they said ki they needed a chair for Kharge ji. That doesn't look like though, but again, and then after some time, a video emerged, right, where Rahul Gandhi is saying this is not our version of Vande Mataram, and then they started saying no, this is not our version, right? And now on your panel, Wing Commander is saying no, I don't want to sing it because we don't know it, because Amit Shah doesn't know it, because Prime Minister doesn't know it. So first of all, they keep changing the reason.
Misquote.
As you
I'm
rightly said,
misquoted.
can I just complete?
No, I'm misquoted.
Can I
No,
just
Sneha,
complete,
correct
please?
him.
Can I just
If
complete,
you don't
please?
correct him, then I will have
I'll
to.
not allow.
You
I'll not
can
allow
correct
this.
him,
No,
let him make his point, and
I'll
I'll
not
come
allow
back to
the
you for a
shouting
quick
match.
correction.
I
Go ahead.
have a louder voice than you if it's a shouting match, right?
You
So she
can't
said,
have.
oh, Amit Shah doesn't know it, Narendra Modi doesn't know it, though I think to my probability, because in RSS it's sung every time, so there's a high possibility they might be knowing it, but knowing it not a law. You can be silent, you can read it from a paper, that's all allowed, right? Now she said in other paragraphs, there is a mention of Hindu deities. She comes from armed forces. I'll be surprised if she was joined Rajputana regiment. You know what is the official cry for Rajputana regiment in India? Bolo Bajrang Bali ki jai. How will any Muslim will join that? Okay, if the Raja Ramchandra ki jai, Jai Bhagwan, Jai Bhagwan, Vande Mataram. So a lot of these deities are invoked in armed forces. I don't know how she was in armed forces, and if she was allowed, if
It's
she
a
was forced
personal
to say,
attack. What's
so
happening?
mandatory to
Sneha,
say,
you
so
call people
mandatory
for
to say,
personal
Let me
attacks?
just come in at this point. Let me
come
just
on,
come in
come
at
on.
this point. Shantanu
See,
Gupta,
it's
I think it's
shouting match.
important we
I'm
Personal
just
just
attack.
taking
stick to the
logical
point.
argument
I think we need to respect her for having served the country, for being in the armed forces. That doesn't take away. She may be a Congress
Supporters don't do
spokesperson,
that.
and I think it's important that we
I'm just
respect a
telling you the
person for
official
what the
war
person
cries.
has
Official
been.
war cries of different
Let's
regiments
just
of
leave
Indian
it at
Army.
that. No personal. But sure, the argument that you are making here is about the war crimes for regiments and battalions that are existing.
Which has names of deities, which has names of Bajrang Bali, Bhagwan Ramchandra, Bhagwan Jai Bhagwan, multiple. You just read all the war cries of different regiments. She will say, okay, no, Muslim will not say during the war cries also. I'm saying, what kind of argument is that? In
Wing Commander
1937, they
Anuma Acharya,
succumbed to All
very
India
quickly.
Muslim League. In 1937, they succumbed to the pressure of All India Muslim League. They dropped the paragraphs and then started the Muslim appeasement of Congress. It's carrying on till then. So it's not Vande Mataram. It's just signaling to their vote bank.
Wing Commander Acharya, please.
Quite cheap, but I must tell you one thing very clearly, that army is a silent custodian of our democracy, and army rules are not applied in the civilian rules are not applied in the army. So army has its own culture and its own thing. Now here I must ask him one thing. This is a country which is a democratic country. Is it a Hindu Rashtra? It is not. What is state is supposed to do? To protect all the religions. Here we are trying to have one religion for the state, and basically Vande Mataram was always sung by Congress party. It was not a thing, and it was the national song from the day
The argument is not.
freedom.
Everybody knows in 1937 it was the Congress that brought in the 2 stanzas, so no one is questioning that Congress never sang
And
Vande Mataram.
Point
Nobody
here
did that.
is, Neha, the point here is BJP wants to appropriate everything. They want to rewrite the history. They want to project in a manner that they are very patriotic, which
So
they
is
are
there a
not.
way
They
to
have-
oppose that rather than not going on the wrong side of law?
I'm not going, we are not going on the wrong side of the law, not at all.
Singing
We
2
are
stanzas
only abiding
vis-a-vis
to
the
the
law of having the
constitution,
full
which still
version.
is there in the country. And it is the constitutional thing that state should not
Ajoy
have
Bose.
one religion.
Ajoy Boss, come in at this point. What do you make both the arguments right out there? We want our viewers to hear all sides. What do you make out of what's really playing out from 1937 to 2026? A whole lot of these things have changed. Emotions have changed. The way politics is done has changed. The way patriotism is seen and felt has changed. But at the heart of this is also a legislation, is also a law. a constitutionally parliamentary mandated law. How do you look at what's happened over the last few weeks?
I'm very glad you spoke of change, because I think what we've seen over the past few weeks, over the past month or two, is that people in this country, particularly young people in this country, are not really interested anymore in the past. They want to know what is happening for the country in the future. And I find these rows between different parties, these shouting matches, you find on television about completely irrelevant issues facing the country, whereas we have real grassroots issues facing the country. I think is an absolute shame. We should be ashamed. We are trying to compete in the world. How are we going to compete in the world if we get bogged down by these quarrels over a song? And I come from Bengal, and I know that my parents sang very proudly Vande Mataram, which was earlier a song glorifying Bengal. Bankim Chandra was writing about Bengal. That is why he says Shat Koti, which was later changed to Koti Koti. Okay, so as a Bengali, it was about Bengal he was talking about. Anyway, my point in this is that this is not the time to raise old things. In any case, in 37, Sardar Patel, Subhas Bose, some of the people who are hailed across the political spectrum as great national heroes, they were there when the Congress resolution happened. And why did the Congress resolution happen? Precisely because of these other stanzas which came later, which had a place in the book, certainly, because it was about a sannyasi revolt against Muslim rule. So it made perfect sense in the book. But they felt that since we are talking about a national song, these stanzas can be left out on the advice of Rabindranath Tagore, whom you can hardly call, a communal person. So these are very great leaders, even Gandhiji. So I think they were all on the same page. That why this thing. So now we've got this law brought in quite needlessly, I think, quite needlessly, because these are not things which you rush through without proper debate, without this thing, just because you got a legislative majority. But my bigger really concern is that why are we even discussing this? Why are we even discussing this on television, where there are so many more important issues to discuss? And I feel really, really sorry and sad that we've reached, a situation where we are not discussing real issues which will take us to the future. We have to compete with China. Do you think in China they discuss these issues?
Okay, let me come in at this point, sir. And since you have spoken about television, I'm not going to take, the entire responsibility for the entire TV fraternity. But let me assure you one thing. On my show, in our channel, in every single debate, it's not about cacophony. It's not about shouting. It's not about viciousness. But I think this is an important discourse because this seems to be occupying a center stage in politics, whether it be from the ruling, whether it be from the opposition. And it needs to be understood why, how. Of course, after this debate, after this debate, eventually we're going to get to other issues that are equally important. But I think politics is also something that people follow very closely, and especially when this becomes a sense of why people are debating, I can't keep it out of my screens as well. And that's why I have each of you with very, very different nuances on my screen. But let me just very quickly, sir, go across to Professor Ashwini Kumar, who's been very patiently waiting as well. Mr. Ashwini Kumar, how do you look at what's playing out in the name of politics? You'll have to unmute yourself, sir.
I think I will speak more as a poet and political scientist, and also from a philosophical perspective.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. I think I'm not getting into the nitty-gritty of, political advantage, partisan advantage, or electoral calculus. Maybe these are part of, any national anthem, any national song, anywhere in the world. But the larger issue, and that's also our historical and also ethical moral responsibility, because I'm also listening to Ajay Bhai, that, there is a larger question about, and the nation and the republic confronting today. And I think, this is where I would suggest that, there cannot be patriotism half or quarter. Patriotism is always full and comprehensive. And in this sense, Vande Mataram and the national anthem belong to the same, idea of shared, political, cultural, and national identity. So I find this debate and controversy over two stanza or six stanza rather, not very relevant to the larger concept of, what the great French philosopher, Tocqueville mentioned as habits of heart, and what a German philosopher Habermas calls constitutional patriotism. So you can see here the issue is how patriotism also acquiring a more multicultural, phase here. And this is where sensitivities are colliding, because of at this particular point of our national history, these sensitivities have become important, whether it's a caste issue or caste census, or whether it is the national issue of singing national or national anthem or national song. Just look at, the diversity in India, the multicultural India. In Tamil Nadu, we have an official Tamil official prayer. So I'm looking at Vande Mataram, and I guess that, over time, it will become habit of heart, regardless of your ethnic identity, religious identity, or regional identity. It's just a matter of practice, whether you sing two stanza or you sing six stanzas. So I guess gradually, in a iterative way, as India has always done it, beautifully done it. I mean, look at, the songs like Cha Nahi Pushp Ki Avilasa, Aruniya Madhumay Desh Hamara, Bengalis, Udiyas, and Marathis have been singing different kinds of national prayers. So this Vande Mataram certainly becomes and will become certainly our national ethos slowly, gradually, as Habermas has pointed out, through the process of committing ourselves to the constitutional ideas of freedom, equality, and solidarity. So let's see how this happens.
I think I would like very quickly, maybe 15 seconds, to both Wing Commander Annamacharya as well as Shantanu Gupta to respond to what they heard from Professor Ashwini Kumar as well as Ajoy Bose. Because I think what both of them have spoken is also a sense that many in the nation carry. And of course, Ajoy Bose had a question on the rebate to which I responded. But that's also a very relevant part of what India is saying. What are we getting down to? Can the politics move to something more constructive? Let's just start with you at this point, Wing Commander Annamacharya. Less than 15 seconds.
The point here is people must sing, not play in the background the song, and the song should be singable in a manner that everybody can render rendition can be done by all of them. So I feel that is what is more important. Unnecessarily, BJP has tried creating a chaos in this and the legislation which has been passed basically because they wanted to weaken.
Very quickly, let me just go to the BJP.
Yeah.
Let me just very quickly go across to Shantanu Gupta. But Shantanu Gupta, before that, I actually want to tell you this, Wing Commander. I am not a Congress spokesperson or a person who supports the Congress. I am not a person who supports the BJP or a BJP spokesperson. But allow me as an Indian to just say this, and just for it when it comes to the language, I don't know how to sing the entire sort of Jodi Tore Dakshani Kyo Nashe. I don't know, there are so many beautiful other songs as well, which I don't know how to sing. But I understand the meaning of it. I am not making an argument for something. But if this is the argument, that let people learn how to sing it and then we will follow the law, you know, India comes with a whole lot of languages. As I said, I am not making an argument for BJP or Congress here. I'm just coming on that one point, Wing Commander, that you said. But very quickly, at this point, Shantanu Gupta, make your point.
See, I heard Ajayji. Ajayji said this is not the very important point. This is the fourth debate I'm doing since morning. I have discussed unemployment to exam leak, a lot of issues. So I'm sure if you go to five debates, then
will not join Vande Mataram debate.
This is also important to many people. I doubt Ajay Bosji can decide which is important for this people. If you have done a very massive survey, that's fine.
He's free to have his, sir.
Second thing. I think what Ashwini Kumarji said is right. I think it will come slowly in the Indian ethos. This is the first time the full version has become mandatory, and now it will be sung, and slowly everyone will, even including Wing Commander, will by heart it. I think that's the way Janaganman is.
I know it. You guys do not know. I know it as such.
Last point. Wing Commander, I think you should have
okay,
army
sir, I'm completely out of time. I'm afraid I'm
last
completely
point,
out of time. Allow me.
Second.
But thank you very much, all of you. I think there was it was a very intentional reason why we had all four of you on the panel. We wanted to bring in different perspectives. Thank you very much for having a very feisty discussion. Wing Commander Anuma Acharya, Shantanu Gupta, Professor Ashwini Kumar, and Ajoy Bose. Thank you so much for joining us.